A rose garden is formed by joining a rectangle and a semicircle as shown below. So you are joining these, so that means you're going to add a rectangle and a semicircle. The rectangle is 26 feet long and 20 feet wide. Find the area of the garden, use the value 3.14 for pi, and do not round your answer. Be sure to include the correct unit in your answer. Okay, so we're taking a rectangle, the area of a rectangle, and we're going to add, because we're joining them, the area of the semicircle. Okay, the area of a rectangle is length times width. So they tell us the rectangle is 26 by 20. So 26 times 20 equals 520. Semicircle means half a circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared, but because it's a half a circle, you have to divide by 2. So they said to use 3.14 for pi. Okay, now the radius is the r. The radius is halfway across the circle. They gave you all the way across. They told you that all the way across was 20, and I know that because if you slide that over, it's the same height. But we want halfway across, so half of 20 is 10. So that's actually what I'm going to square. Divided by 2. So I have 3.14. 10 times 10 is 100. Divided by 2. 100 divided by 2 is 50. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 50, and that's going to be 157. So I'm going to add those together, and I'm going to get 520 plus 157. That adds up to 677, and its feet and area is always squared. That's what it meant by include the correct answer, unit in your answer. Okay, the next one, a training field is formed by joining. Again, we're going to add these. A rectangle, and 2 semicircles. Well, if you have 2 semicircles, if you put them together, that is a circle. 2 halves equal a whole. So we're going to add a rectangle and a circle together. Okay, so the area of a rectangle is length times width. They tell you the rectangle is 88 by 62. So 88 times 62 is equal to 5,456. The area of a circle is pi r squared. So they told you to use 3.14 for pi. The radius is half this, all the way across the circle is the diameter of 62. They want the radius, which is half. So half of 62, half of 6 is 3, half of 2 is 1. So the radius is 31, and I have to square that. So when you figure that out, that is 3,017.54, and they said don't round. So we're going to add those together. 5,456 plus 3,017 and 54 hundredths. And so that's going to equal 8,473 and 54 hundredths. And it's meters. And because it's area, it's squared. Meters squared. Okay, rectangular paperboard measuring 20 inches long and 12 inches wide has a okay, so first of all, it's a rectangle. And then you're talking about a semicircle. But it's being cut out. So cut out means take away. So the area of a rectangle is length times width. So they have this rectangle drawn out for you, 20 times 12. And they actually told you that if you read the problem. So 20 times 12 is 240. Semicircle. Well, the area of a circle is pi r squared, but since it's a half a circle, a semicircle, you have to cut it in half. So they told you to use 3.14 for pi. The radius is halfway across this circle. We know that all the way across is the same as this distance, 12, so half of 12 is 6. So that's actually what I'm going to square, divided by 2. So I have 3.14, 6 times 6 is 36, divided by 2. So that gives me 3.14. 36 divided by 2, or half of 36, is 18. You multiply that together and you get 56.52. So we're going to take 240 and subtract out 56 and 52 hundredths. And when we do that, we get 183 and 48 hundredths inches, I think it's inches, yes, inches squared.